Greetings once again, fellow girls, guys, and gamers. This is Small Archangel. Welcome to another episode of 7 Days to Die, Alpha 16. It's day 5, and I'm boiling water, and I have been all night, so I'm actually going to turn that off now. Partly because I don't want to attract any more screamers, and any screamers full stop, preferably. And partly because I don't want to just leave it running all day while we're out doing different things. So I've got all of our stuff sorted out here, and as you can see, I've got down to 21% hunger. So we've got, I've been thinking about this. Oh, 19%, there we go. I've been thinking about this. We've actually got all the things we need to make a farm now, including a hoe. She says, did we put that in the other chest? Yes, we did. There it is. However, since we're only going to stay here till day 8, that's only another 3 days. And if we planted a farm, it would not actually have time to mature. So there's just no point. In fact, I'm not entirely sure that there's much point in our tree farm. I'm not sure how likely that is to reach maturity for us to be able to use that before we leave either. But hey, it didn't cost us anything to do that, whereas it would cost us the time. And more particularly, the resources, the seeds we have carefully gathered to plant a farm here. So I'm going to wait until we get to wherever we're going first. They will take up inventory space, but it is going to be a case of just taking whatever is really, really useful to us. So we're going to check out this meat stew now. So we're down to 90% health. Let's see how much one bowl of stew actually fills us. 100%. Wow. So more than 80% fullness from that, which means that hopefully it is actually going to still be worth making, because I know when I saw the new recipe, which takes 5 pieces of raw meat, 5 potatoes, 5 ears of corn, as well as a bottle of water, I did think, wow, that's a seriously huge amount of resources just for, you know, just for one bowl of stew. But if it fills you up completely, that's actually not bad at all. So I think we still get a fairly decent return for our investment. So today we've pretty much got the measure of this small town here, but what we really need to be doing is preparing for the coming horde. Now what we want to do is fortify the place, because the horde is obviously going to attack on any side of here. So what we're planning on doing is placing a double wide layer of wood frames all the way around the outside. But before we do that, we're going to have to fortify the downstairs part with cobblestone, by basically sort of putting cobblestone blocks at least 2 blocks high all the way round. Including where we've got the ladder here, actually, so I'll just have to put the ladder on sort of the outside of it, or maybe just access the ladder via a couple of frames and then take the frames away so that the zombies can't destroy the ladder as well. That kind of thing, just to make it sort of stronger, basically. But for that, we're going to need, now we have got some cobblestone rocks back at base already, but we're going to need, oh, here's our tree farm, look, they are growing. They may be ready, or sufficiently ready, by the time we need the wood to make frames to go all the way around the outside of our base. I'm not sure. Some of them still haven't quite popped to sapling size yet. So we have a clay pit. At least I thought I had marked somewhere as a clay pit, but it seems to have disappeared. Okay, I thought I'd marked, maybe I didn't mark one, but we went over in this kind of direction. We're too hot. Is there anything I could actually do about that? Not really. We're already wearing things that give us minus insulation and nothing that gives us plus insulation. So no, there is absolutely nothing we can do about that. I'm not quite sure what our cigar does for us. Possibly not a lot, really. Well, it doesn't matter where we go for our clay. So we're relatively close by is probably a good thing. So let's head off in this direction where I'm fairly sure there is one. A patch of clay, that is. And we're going to need to make ourselves a new shovel, actually. So we'll craft ourselves a new shovel. And we're going to need stone as well. So it's going to be a gathering day, really. It's going to be a gathering kind of day. Let me just see, there. And then hopefully by evening we'll be able to put some blocks up around the base. I'm not sure if we'll be able to put enough of them round. I'm not sure if we'll be able to finish the job, but we've got a couple of days yet before the horde, so it's not... Oh, it's kind of underneath me, isn't it? Here it is. Look, here we go. How's my shovel? There it is. Level 150. Not too bad. Okay. And I will gather all this goldenrod because I might make some goldenrod tea. Remembering that anything that we leave behind when we leave this place is not going to necessarily go to waste, because if we use the respawn point before we actually place another one, then having some useful stuff around the place, you know, like a bit of food or whatever, is going to do us good. It's going to help us set up again. But I'm planning, if possible, not to die, of course. Okay, now remembering that we will gather a nice roaming horde, wandering horde, who always wander, not very randomly, in the direction of the player. We will make sure that we don't spend too long here. It's gathering stone that takes the time. And this part. Oh, here, look, this is our clay pit, because I can see where I already gathered. So in point of fact, let's just go and carry on, because the last time I was here, I actually gathered a... Oh, look at that, we could one-shot that. Oh no, we one-shotted it because I think we must have hit it previously. We actually managed to attract a roaming horde the last time we were here, so hopefully that won't happen this time. What do we want? We probably want 1,000. 1,000, and then we will relocate to pound some boulders for stone, I think, because if we don't relocate, that is when we'll attract the horde. We spend too much time in one location, so we'll be cunning about it. Okay, so we've carried on until our shovel broke, and we've actually got over 2,000 lumps of clay now, which is fantastic. But we're not going to push our luck. We're going to head this way, where there's some big stone outcroppings. There is one very close to here, there, but as I say, that will just draw a horde in our general direction. I'm not quite sure why I did that, actually. I don't, in point of fact, oh yeah, I do know why I did that. If we gather some yucca, we can make ourselves some yucca juice, so that the next time we inevitably... Oh, hello. We've got a single zombie here, I think. Just the one. Bye-bye. The next time we fall foul of the heat, I'll just scrap that for now, I think. Not likely to be making any bombs or anything soon. There we go. We can deal with it better. It was easier for me to gather clay just then when I thought, you know what, this is one of those times when a swig of beer is entirely justified. Of course, as our skills in tool use and stamina stamina regen increase, we will find that actually we can one-shot more of the blocks, even as I up the durability, which I will do as we increase through the days, as I normally do. But yeah, we'll get more for our efforts, and faster too. I believe that's the way it's supposed to work. Anyway, how many yuccas? Oops, how many yuccas do we have? Do we need one more? What's yucca juice? What are the recipes for it? Yucca juice requires 4, so we've actually got insufficient to make. Let's see, we find a couple more, because then we can make ourselves 3 of them. There we go. We'll get a couple more, and then it's less cacti for me to do that with, and headbutt as well. There we are. Right, let's see. Oh, I've got 13. How annoying. Right, yucca juice 3. And I may as well just eat that, because we're down to 89% food now. Okay, so we're heading where? Yes, this way. There's a lump of stone straight in front of me, and we're going to head towards that. I think we might be possibly justified as well in using some beer for the purposes of this, so that we don't run out of stamina. And one thing I will do, because actually I'll go all the way to the top of here, then we've got a good view all around us, so we can see if there's a zombie horde heading in our general direction. And we know that we're not going to get sucker punched by, because they'll find it a little bit difficult to get up here. Now, one thing that does occur to me is, do we have any skill points to spend? Yes, we do. Early game, I rather lose track of this because they go up so quickly, which is nice, but then I forget to spend them. So let's see what we really do. Oh, we could do with health, not maybe athletics. As I said before, just in case you missed it, if there's any that we naturally level up, I will not touch those. I will buy perks, but the ones that level up, level up with use, I will leave as they are, just because that is, otherwise it's going to feel like it is a waste of resources. So, blade weapons, for example, we'll leave it as is. Bad mechanic. Now, I would like to buy Bad Mechanic because that's going to allow us to deconstruct things more efficiently with the wrench. And then past that we have, it's all the ones with the rosette we're after. We don't want the ones to do with guns because we're not using those at the moment. Fast Eddie. Quality Joe is not with us yet. We can't get that one yet. Okay, we've got 2 points towards our next skill up, and we shall just have to see what. Well, we're not that far from level 13, as we can see from our HUD mod here. The blue bar is almost full up again, and using our tools like this will definitely help that. For now, I'm going to take as much of this as I can, but I'm also, while I'm doing that, I'm going to make as many of these. Oh, wowzer. Yeah. And then we're going to make those into flagstone blocks. And then when we get back to base, hopefully we'll have enough time to do a little bit of upgrading. In the meantime, I'm going to have to watch my temperature a little bit and just watch my surroundings to make sure that we haven't got any zombie hordes homing in on us from, I don't know what the distance is that they spawn from. Not a huge distance, I don't think. But even so, chances are, whenever one spawns, you've got your head down doing something else. So even if they spawned right next to you, you wouldn't notice till it was too late. But at least up here we've got a little bit of security, but obviously I'm slightly concerned that the lower we chip it down, the less of a buffer zone there is between us and any hordes, so I will be keeping my ears open as well. Okay, so we've actually leveled up. I repaired my stone axe because this one we got up to a level 226, I think it was, in the workbench at the traders, and it's a good idea to repair that one because we cannot make one even nearly that good quality, so it's worthwhile repairing that. We've just leveled up to level 13. Unlucky for some. So we're going to see if we can put anything into -69er. Mining tools, -69er. No, we can't because mining tools 10, mining tools 6. Okay, so we're not able to invest in -69 for the second level until our mining tools get up to level 10. Well, we're doing the right thing to get that up to level 10, but as I say, I am resolutely going to refuse at this point. We're in this for the long game. We're playing the long game here, not the short game. Therefore, I am going to keep my vow to not spend any of our points. And we'll see how it turns out, but I reckon in the long run we're going to be better off spending all our skill points on perks and not on things that we can level up just in the course of doing whatever it is we're doing. Okay, I reckon I've had about as much of bashing that rock as I can actually handle. We're quite good at hitting rocks, actually. The stamina required for shoveling clay is rather higher, but one thing I have noticed as well about using a shovel is that it does seem to level us up quite quickly as well. So actually, shoveling clay is a very worthwhile activity, not only because in early game, ooh, good shot, not only because in early game we really need yes, thought I heard There's a few Zeds over there, but I don't think it's a horde. I think we're good. Yeah, in early game, we also require the cobblestone to make... Oh, you see, there go my trees. So by tomorrow in game, maybe, when we come to want the wood to go around the outside, maybe we're going to be able to harvest them. And so that's good timing. Oh, missed my own ladder. There we go. Here we go. So yes, the best thing to do when you start out in this game, really, I'm just going to go up and collect the cobblestone or the flagstone frames that we already have. Best activity for early game is no, I haven't put them there. I put them in here. Is yeah, shoveling clay. Oh, we have not got many of them actually. There we go. We've only got 6 of them. But I am currently making more. There we go. We've got 37 of them altogether. And of course, it's going to take quite a bit of doing. I don't think I've got any cobblestone rocks left over. No, I haven't. But I have got more clay than you can shake a stick at. Actually, we've got absolute tons of the stuff. Cobblestone rocks. Okay, so we're making these as we go. Unfortunately, there just isn't enough time to do everything simultaneously. So we're going to start. Should we start here by our ladder? I guess so, because that way we're going to be able to think about how we're going to deal with the ladder. So if we do that, you see, this is kind of what I want to be able to do. We're going to have to get rid of this rubbish here, aren't we? And that, actually. So the next time that we level up and have some skill points to spend, I think probably we'll invest in workbench, though I can't really see myself creating a workbench straight off the bat, because again it would be something else that we'd have to carry with us. And while there are distinct advantages, okay, so these are going to reach a fairish way around, and of course we're still crafting as we go. I could do with blocking that in with cobblestone as well, to be honest. Oh, look at that. That is not what I meant. We do not want that there, because that would just give the zombies a leg up, and we don't want to give them a leg up, frankly. There we go. So yeah, the next time we level up, I think I might invest some skill points in crafting stage, the workbench, being able to create a workbench, because that, oops, I probably won't craft a workbench straight away, because that will be something else that we'll have to carry with us, and we're going to be short of, it's going to be the usual, what do we take and what do we leave? Take only essentials. Oh, we've only got 1 left, but we're still crafting them. And we're going to need, how many have we got? We've got coming 24. Okay, well, we're perhaps going to have enough of them. I'm not entirely sure. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take that out. And then we need to perhaps make a wooden frame. And place that underneath to be able to get back in. Let's just see if we can finish this around, and if we have time to make any more cobblestone rocks, we'll sort of get them going a bit higher than that. And then of course we're going to need these up here. We're going to need them to go sort of what I might do is put cobblestone rocks around there. Oh good lord, it's a hoodie. So much for him. Oh, running shoes. Nice. Okay, well, I can't honestly remember what I've got on my feet at the moment. Oh, they're all coming now. Let's hope this isn't a horde. I really can't be bothered dealing with a horde right now. Some ammo. And there's another hoodie roaming around there and another putrid girl. Let's just take care of these guys. It's not like we've had too many zombies to deal with today. We haven't. There we go. 2 more running shoes. There we go. There we go. Finished. Or at least finished for our current purposes. So, now we have a single wood frame, which we can place here. Hop up, then grab And then we're going to go up here and close that. And what we're going to experiment with is basically, because we can't shoot down through there and hit anything other than our own frames right now. Sorry, our own cobblestone. We're going to place cobblestone, or rather flagstone. I get the two mixed up. Let's just make some more cobblestone because we're going to need it. Yes, I don't think we want to make that many because we want to leave ourselves with some. Let's just make 500. There we go. We want to leave ourselves with some actual stone left. There we are. And then, yes, we can do that. And then the wood frames that we have, we can then place wood frames a little bit further out. So we can get our wood frames going here. Like that. So we can then have a double layer of them, which means that we can shoot straight downwards. Yeah, that is the plan. That is a plan. And so I've got 2 pairs of running shoes. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with those. I don't need the dirt. And it's, yeah, coming up to, it's past 9:30, so we're going to expect the zombies to be running at any time. But I guess I'm going to be spending the night crafting cobblestone rocks and flagstone blocks. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to see if I can put this stuff away. There's going to be a lot of this stuff that we're not actually. I'm going to put that back on because oh yes, no, it's still doing them. It's all good. It's still doing them. Here we go. So running shoes. What are we wearing on our feet at the moment? Nothing. We weren't wearing anything on our feet. Okay, do they have a plus? They have a +1 insulation, which isn't terrific, but hey, they also give us quite good stats, so it's worthwhile keeping those, I think, for the time being. And then we've got some various items to put away. And I'm going to make some goldenrod tea, because yeah, it's a good idea to have some homemade medicines on you for that inevitable time when we get dysentery. So that is my plan. Okay, we've finished with that, and we're making goldenrod tea now. So I will put my water back in here, and we're getting quite a stash of goodies actually. So we're doing pretty well here. We're not going hungry. We've got quite a lot of medication and what have you. I might just eat these vitamins, and hopefully that'll make my wellness go up. It'll certainly put us on the right path anyway, if it doesn't do so now. It will make it go up a little bit, even if we don't gain a level. And then I think I'll keep my face in here so we can gain benefit from the experience, or extra benefit from the experience. And I can also see how many cobblestone rocks I've made. And then we're going to craft, after that, some flagstone blocks. There we go. Except that I can't craft them in there, obviously. Okay, so we will leave this episode for now, guys. And flagstone. And then hopefully in the next episode, we'll be gathering some wood. Maybe from our own tree farm, or maybe from elsewhere over in the maple biome over here. But one way or another, we'll be making enough frames to surround this place. Although it will only be day 6, so maybe actually we'll spend the next episode exploring and looting, or, you know, rather than doing up the base. Because we've got time enough for that yet. We've just got one more of these to do, and then I shall turn this off and add our other lumps of coal to it. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode as ever. If you have, you know what to do. Hit that like button and let me know. Also, feel free as ever to leave your hints, tips, comments, suggestions, and share your gameplay in the comments. And until the next time, keep gaming, keep surviving, and stay happy. Bye bye for now.